Hello, my name is Heather Townsend and I am the author of the Financial Times Guide to Business Networking. In this video, I'm going to be helping you get started to video blog. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been learning how to video blog. I've been helped by the wonderful people at Itches Video, Ian and Jay, learn how to video blog, and in the Christmas holidays I've been whiling away and perfecting my technique. Now I wanted to share with you what I've learnt and how you too can be putting up fantastic videos on YouTube. You may be thinking firstly, why video blog? Well, video is fast becoming the greatest growing medium of what people want to see on social media. People really want to connect with a person. Social media is all about that personal connection. Ditto for social networking. And so video is a way of being able to get yourself across. It actually enhances your credibility if you can record to camera something which more potentially than if you wrote down on text. And as mobile broadband and smartphones get cleverer, more and more people will be able to digest video on their phones. So it's really key that you are participating in that medium and giving the people that are reading and listening to your stuff a variety of mechanisms to do that, because not everybody wants to read text and not everyone wants to listen or watch stuff. So it's key for your online social networking strategy to have both text, audio and video for people to digest. So now I've established the business case, let's look at some pointers of how to start video blogging. Now the first thing is you can't start without the right equipment. So what do I mean by the right equipment? Ideally you want to be able to easily set up and do a couple of video blogs very quickly within a matter of minutes. That means that you need to have a tripod, ideally a desk tripod. You don't need to spend more than £10 on Amazon for one. You need to have a flip camera or an iPhone 4 to put that on. The reason why I suggest a flip camera, it's what I'm using, but it has some other benefits. One, it records in HD. 2, it's very simple to use. And 3, it's incredibly simple to upload to YouTube. And fourthly, it comes with a bit of simple editing software so that you can cut away the beginning and the end and make sure that your finished article looks like what you want it to without having to leave from your desk. Now what I do with my equipment is, first of all, I make sure that I've set up what I call my video studio. And my video studio is as simple as my office, but what I've done is I've set it up on the desk. It took me about 2 to 3 hours to get the right position. I've made sure that I've got lots of natural light coming in. I've checked the balance, so if I've got the lights on, does it appear too orangey or yellow? And I've checked this, and actually because I've got a sort of peachy back wall, the lighting using both natural light and also the light bulbs in the room seems to work quite fine. I've made sure that I've framed the picture, so while I'm sitting with my head near to the top so you can see the whole of my head, but also I've gone and put a background which is interesting, so that there's some books there, but I made sure it's neat. And one of my next steps that I'm going to do is I've got some certificates which I'm going to make sure is up on the back so people can see them. I mean, you can put a logo for your business or something, but make sure that you have got it set up so that if you decide to do a video blog, it takes you no more than 5 minutes to get going. If you look at on my desk, I've got a couple of sellotape markers so I know where to put my chair, I know where to put the tripod. I've got it all set up so I can quickly do it. One of the pointers to do is you need to be looking directly at the camera when you're video blogging. Now I found that I was using a teleprompter, and it meant that my eyes were just slightly over there, and the impact that I found and the feedback I got from the guys at Itches Video was it starts to lose the engagement with the audience, so you need to be able to look in. So the question is, how do I manage to speak for so long and so fluently without any prompts? Well, what you don't know is behind the camera I've actually got a list of about 8 or 9 bullet points that ever so often I look over and I check before I carry on. And this is the way that I keep it top of mind. I actually found this is easier and I come across more naturally than if I had a script and I was reading off a script, because you need to come across credible and passionate, and when you're speaking from the heart and ad-libbing rather than reading, this is one of the ways to convey that passion and enthusiasm. Now, one of the reasons why you need to put it on a tripod is you need to minimise the shake. But as well as minimising the shake, you need to minimise background noise. So do shut the door of wherever you're working. You know, unfortunately I find that the kids regularly wander in, so do tell people not to disturb you. Turn your computer off so you don't have any extra noise, say the fan humming. You want to minimise that background noise because you're trying to get as professional quality as possible. The next thing to do is actually, what are you going to say? And I recommend you have a very simple structure. So what am I going to tell you? And in that include, why should I listen? Secondly, what am I actually telling you? And thirdly, what have I told you? And put at the front and the back, introduce yourself at the front, introduce yourself at the end, so people really remember your name. And then the next thing to do is do add in pauses. What pauses do is they actually add in emphasis. Now on my cue card I've actually got a big pause word written to help prompt me to put the pauses in. They give me time to think. They give the listener and the watcher time to think and digest, and they can add emphasis. And then finally, if you want to have that really professional look, it's well worth thinking about getting some graphics made up for some intros and outros that you can just add in. Now, I use the guys at Itch's Video. They're great. They just take my finished flip video piece of clip, and they convert it into this professional looking video, and you too can have that as well. So to summarise, these are my key points to help you video blog. Get your equipment. So I put a link in the YouTube to a flip camera, which is what I'm using, a desktop tripod so that you can have it set up on your desk whenever you want it. Do put markers on your desk just with sellotape so you can position your chair, but also position the tripod ideally within a couple of minutes, so you've got it right so you can quickly video blog. Do think about having a structure, inserting pauses in. Make sure that you're minimising noise as well as camera shakes. That's why the tripod comes in. And then finally, think about what people are looking at. You want to make sure that you are personally looking directly at the camera, but what's the camera shot showing behind you? Maybe have some certificates up on the wall because they will enhance your credibility. Maybe have a prop, or maybe have something about your business so that people can see that. So thank you for listening. My name is Heather Townsend, and I am the author of the Financial Times Guide to Business Networking.